that Mob Ties, which is the one that provided him with the security, provided him with a legitimate security company. But no, they hired two goons off the street to put it. Hey guys, it's your boy Dinero with Dinero TV. I'm back with another one. Now on this one I'm going to be talking about, as you saw in the title, HoneyKomb Brazy and the situation that he's got going on right now, where he got arrested and he's currently in jail. I'm going to get into all that, and I'm going to tell you guys my opinion on what I think it was. But before we do that, I need you guys to please hit that subscribe button, that like button, comment, and share this. Everyone that's already subscribed and returning, I appreciate you. You guys are already a part of the Dinero cartel. If you'd like to join the Dinero cartel, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button and you're a part of the family. Welcome to everybody. Alright guys, now let's get into it. Alright guys, so as I said before, this one's about HoneyKomb Brazy, alright? Now, as you guys know, if you don't know, if you're new here, over here on Dinero TV, we don't leave nothing out. We don't play favorites. There's no cut cards, nothing. We keep it 100 over here. Alright? So, if you guys don't know who HoneyKomb Brazy is, he's a rapper out of Memphis, Tennessee. He recently got out of jail like a couple months ago, but he has a couple songs out, one called Dead People, and he has like a couple more songs, but his most popular song is called Dead People. But like I said, he's from Memphis, Tennessee, and he's like familiar with artists such as Finesse2Tymes, Moneybagg Yo, Black Youngster, those guys. So he's just in the Memphis rapper circle basically. But he was originally signed to a label named Mob Ties. Okay, this is in Houston, Texas. The label's ran in Houston, Texas, through a guy named JPrince Jr. His father is JPrince. JPrince Jr. is his son, the one who owns Mob Ties, who originated Mob Ties through Houston, Texas. So anyway, HoneyKomb Brazy found himself in some more legal trouble. Now he's recently been arrested. He had a security guards that was given to him by his label, Mob Ties, and when they were pulled over, there was weapons in the car, as you would think your armed security guards would have one. That's like not out of the norm. So anyway, when they were pulled over, they seemed to not have the proper paperwork and credentials that they needed to be carrying those weapons. So basically everybody went to jail. And the sad part is that HoneyKomb's thinking that Mob Ties, which is the one that provided him with the security, provided him with a legitimate security company. But no, they hired two goons off the street to put a goddamn security vest on and act like they're licensed armed security. Before he gets pulled over, let me take you guys back a minute. So previously, before he got out of jail, he was beefing with Finesse2Tymes, like I said, another rapper out of Memphis, Tennessee. And he was also beefing with Mob Ties. Now, HoneyKomb says that he put Finesse2Tymes on. He said that Finesse was basically in fear for his life. He had a whole bunch of people after him, and he was like, man, I need to get signed, blah, blah, blah. So he put him in touch with JPrince, and then that's how Finesse ended up getting signed to JPrince and Mob Ties. Okay, long story short. So Finesse comes out of jail. When Finesse was in jail, HoneyKomb Brazy was playing his music on his IG Live. He was basically promoting Finesse2Tymes. When Finesse was in jail, HoneyKomb was like showing him love basically. I don't know if he sent him any money, but he was showing him love and playing his music and giving him some recognition. Now when HoneyKomb went to jail, fast forward, Finesse is out of jail, HoneyKomb goes to jail. Finesse didn't do any of that. He didn't show him any love, nothing like that. And HoneyKomb kind of felt a certain way about that. I don't know if he really felt the way about him not giving him any love back, like showing his videos or anything, but he definitely felt a certain way because Mob Ties, like I said, HoneyKomb's the one that put Mob Ties on the map. First of all, they didn't have any artists until HoneyKomb signed them. Once HoneyKomb signed, he dropped that Dead People song, and it kind of blew up. That's what blew up Mob Ties. Before them, name a rapper that you know signed to Mob Ties. Oh wait. Okay, that's what I thought. So anyway, HoneyKomb put Mob Ties on the map basically, and he's not from Houston, Texas. He's from Memphis. So you would wonder why he didn't sign to Yo Gotti, but no, he went against the grain and he went to sign with Mob Ties. And you know, most Memphis rappers go sign to CMG, which is Yo Gotti's label, but HoneyKomb didn't. So anyway, like I said, when HoneyKomb was in jail, Mob Ties and HoneyKomb were kind of beefing. So HoneyKomb was upset because he basically wasn't receiving any money from Mob Ties. He was saying like they wouldn't put any money on his books. He was just really like frustrated, and he went to the internet, Instagram, while he was in jail to let everyone know that he was disappointed with Mob Ties and that there was an issue, and it was just basically there was going to be beef until they settled that. So long story short, they ended up settling with him. He got out of jail. They took care of him. They gave him a little money, and he ended up shutting his mouth, but he still kept running his mouth about Finesse. So now, fast forward to right before he gets locked up. He's going at Finesse hard. He's dissing him. He's calling him all types of names, calling him a rat, telling him he can't come back to Memphis. He's doing all types of things. Okay, so now he has Mob Ties. He's back with Mob Ties because they apparently gave him some money and they settled everything to satisfy him, and he's cool with it now. Now he's back with Mob Ties. They gave him a bulletproof Escalade. They gave him some boof-ass security, and they gave him some money. Okay, so he's riding around with his security, going to shows, doing music videos, thinking that he's with a legit security company, as you would think so. You would think your label would provide you with a legitimate security. But he's not, so he ends up getting pulled over. But remember, he's beefing with Finesse, okay? And Finesse, you guys know, HoneyKomb put Mob Ties on the map, but Finesse blew them up super hard. You guys know Finesse blew Mob Ties up super hard. So, and Finesse has been saying that he's not signed to anybody, that he's independent, when we know that's not true. He's signed to Moneybagg Yo's label, Bread Gang Entertainment, and he's also signed to Mob Ties. And Bread Gang Entertainment is under CMG, which is Yo Gotti's label, which is also, I think, Rockefeller too. And then Mob Ties is under Rap-A-Lot Records, which is probably under some other shit too. So that's like 4 different goddamn labels with their hands in his pockets. So he basically realized that he was getting fucked, as you saw in my other video. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's called The Finesse is Unhappy with this, something like that. You'll see it. But yeah, so he basically realized he's getting fucked, and so he says, fuck it, I'm independent. He's only FNG, which stands for Finesse Gang. So Finesse has basically cut ties with Mob Ties. So remember, at this point, him, Finesse, and HoneyKomb are beefing right now. I mean, HoneyKomb is just going at Finesse non-stop. Okay, Finesse hasn't said a word. Now remember that Finesse isn't with Mob Ties right now. He's not claiming Mob Ties. He's only FNG at this point, okay? Okay, so they give HoneyKomb, like I said, the security, the car, the money. Then he happens to get pulled over. I wonder why he got pulled over, because it doesn't say in the statements why he was pulled over, what he was pulled over for. Long story short, I'm blaming JPrince and Mob Ties. I'm thinking that Mob Ties got HoneyKomb arrested to basically get in the good graces with Finesse, because Finesse was not fucking with Mob Ties at all. Him and HoneyKomb had a beef, and they basically probably thought if they get rid of HoneyKomb, then they can get back in good graces with Finesse. Makes sense, right? For Mob Ties to even do this shows how fucking snakes they are, to even do some shit like that. For them to not thoroughly background check their security and give him legit security is fucking bullshit. And HoneyKomb's not responsible for that at all. And if also, let me make this clear, if HoneyKomb tells the cops that those aren't his guns, that those are the security's guns, that's not snitching at all. So he gets a pass for that, in my book at least. If he tells the cops those are their guns, that's not snitching. They're supposed to be security. They're supposed to be security. They're supposed to be legally allowed to carry. If they defrauded him, and he's under the guise that they are a legitimate security company, and they get pulled over and they're not allowed to have weapons and they have domestics, which the driver, the head security guard for HoneyKomb, ended up having a domestic violence on his record, which means you can't carry firearms. So he wasn't allowed to carry anyway. And when they get pulled over, the guy tells them, yeah, there's a gun under my seat and a gun in the back seat. So why are you acting like you're security and you have guns on you when you're not even allowed to legally have them? So like I said, if HoneyKomb tells, which he should, that those are the security guard's weapons, that's a good thing, because it's not on him at all, and he's not a rat for doing that at all, because it's not his fault. That's Mob Ties trying to get him fucked over. And the funny thing is, as soon as he gets arrested, what does Finesse do? He goes on Instagram and posts something saying, I don't even have to use a gun to get rid of my enemies. So what does that make you think right there? What's that, a hidden message in there? Saying that basically him and Mob Ties cooperated together in the conspiracy to get his freedom taken away, HoneyKomb's freedom taken away? That's what it sounds like to me. You can't tell me any different. And Finesse has been to jail, prison, federal, whatever. So he should know, like, out of all things, if you're trying to get back at somebody for a beef or whatever, you don't go after their freedom. Come on, man. That's some bitch shit. Finesse should know that out of all things. You don't play with somebody's freedom. If you got a beef, yeah, take care of it, handle it in the streets, nigga. You don't put the police on somebody. That's some bitch shit. Now, if you guys remember Birdman and HoneyKomb, remember when they met and they were together? Birdman was basically begging HoneyKomb to sign to him. He would have got him out of the contract with Mob Ties. He would have gave him money in advance, and he would have made sure everything was good. He would have had legitimate security with Birdman, that's 100% sure. But the thing is, you can't really blame HoneyKomb for not signing the Birdman, because who the fuck would sign the Birdman when he fucked over his own son, Lil Wayne? He kissed a nigga in the mouth and then fucked him over for over $100 million. So who the fuck would sign the Birdman with a brain besides BG's dumbass? Of course BG signed. He come out of jail, come out of prison. That nigga's hungry for anything. He'll take the first deal that comes to him. And he's already familiar with Birdman, so of course he's gonna go with him. But also with him being familiar with Birdman, he should know that he shouldn't sign the Birdman, but I guess he was gonna play the loyalty card and stick with him. I don't know. I don't really give a fuck. We're not talking about BG right now, but I was using that as a, you know, as a reference. But like I said, he could have signed the Birdman. Birdman was basically begging him. He was complimenting the shit out of him, basically sucking his dick in the van. Y'all saw the video. If you didn't, go watch the video with Birdman and HoneyKomb. He's in there like, yeah, man, I like the way you move, man. You move like a boss, just fucking sucking his dick, trying to get him to sign so fucking bad. So if HoneyKomb would have signed to him, he could have avoided all that. They would have cut all that shit off of Mob Ties, because you know ain't nobody playing with cash money. So, but he ended up picking the wrong side, trying to stay loyal and be a real nigga, and that's what happens when you're a real nigga. The other real niggas don't end up being real niggas, and they end up fucking you over. How the fuck is Mob Ties gonna provide him with a bogus ass security? Really? Mob Ties? Like that's your artist? You're gonna give him a fucking security guard that's not even supposed to have a weapon? And then get him in that situation where he's gotta go to jail too? That's fucking insane, yo. Y'all fucked up for that, for real. Y'all some straight bitches for that. But I personally think he's gonna beat it, because if he was under the impression that they were legitimate security guards and he was defrauded, it's not on him. If they had the guns in the car and he was thinking they're legitimate security guards, they were hired through the third party Mob Ties, then that's not on HoneyKomb at all. So I personally think he'll beat it. 1090J's talking about, oh, he might get the lifelong criminal 15 years. No, he ain't getting that. He was clearly defrauded and under the impression that they were legitimate security guards, so that's not on him at all. the guns weren't his. So he sounds like a 1090's a fucking retard for that stupid ass Pillsbury Doughboy looking bitch. But so let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that JPrince Jr. would be having a security team that's not thoroughly checked out, that's not a legit security? You think JPrince was riding around with that security guard? You think he loaned him his personal security guard? You think JPrince would be riding around with that same security guard? With guns in the car? With that guy? Do you think Mob Ties JPrince would have that security guard guarding him? If the answer is no, then why the fuck would he give him to one of his artists? Like I said, Mob Ties is some bitches for that. If they're behind this, actually they are behind it, because they paid for the fucking security. They're the one that gave it to him. So, nah, Mob Ties is bullshit for this. They should be held accountable. Believe that, they're straight bullshit for this. Fuck them Mob Ties for them doing that. Straight up, that's some corny ass bullshit. Like, that's bitch shit. You don't play with a nigga's freedom. Get that man's freedom taken away. He just came home trying to take care of his kids, do the right thing, and y'all gonna give him some bogus ass security and get him pulled over. The fucking security was from Texas. The security wasn't even in from Memphis where he's at. They hired him out of Texas where Mob Ties is from. So you know they knew what the deal was. You know they knew that he was bogus. They were just on some bullshit trying to get him out the way so they can get Finesse's dick, so JPrince can get Finesse's dick back in his mouth and start pimping him again like he did in the beginning. That's all it is. And it's sad too. But like I said, don't worry guys, I'm sure HoneyKomb's gonna beat it. Almost guaranteed. If he don't, that's insane. But I'm sure he'll beat it because he wasn't, it's not him, it's not on him. Even the manager put out a statement stating that they did thoroughly check the background. How the fuck they checked the background but they didn't see that he's a fucking domestic abuse? So how the fuck you run a background? You're a multi-million-dollar company and you can't do a legit background check? Fuck out of my face. But alright guys, I wanted to let you guys know that Mob Ties is on some bullshit. They're on some sneaky backdoor shit. And I wanted you guys to know what was up, what the real deal was, because you know over here on Dinero TV, we don't play no games. We tell you the truth how I see it, and that's what the fuck it is. So from this point on, fuck Mob Ties. There's some backdoor sneaky ass niggas. For them to do that to an artist that's been loyal to them and put them on the map, put them on their back. They're the ones that got, HoneyKomb's the one that put Finesse on Mob Ties. He's the one that got him affiliated with Mob Ties. HoneyKomb. There wouldn't be no Finesse in Mob Ties if it wasn't for HoneyKomb. And they got the nerve to go and set him up, give him a bogus ass security guard. You ain't no fucking man for that, JPrince. Whoever's behind it over there at Mob Ties, if it's JPrince Jr., whoever the fuck, I don't give a fuck who it is. Anybody's affiliated with Mob Ties that has something to do with this, you're a piece of shit. And that's how it is. Excuse me, y'all. So anyway, y'all, you guys let me know in the comments if you think Mob Ties should be held accountable for this. Do you think that HoneyKomb should have ran his own shit? Do you think that he should have requested his own security detail? You think that he should have ran his own background check on him? You think that he should have hired his own shit, not have trusted the label that he's been with for years, that's never done him wrong before, as far as providing security goes? You think it's his fault, or do you think it's Mob Ties' fault? You guys let me know, alright? Give it in that comment box. You guys let me know. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, share this video. I appreciate all you guys. It's your boy Dinero. Like I said, once you subscribe, you're in the family, the Dinero Cartel. We're all the Dinero Cartel family, La Familia. Alrighty guys, it's your boy Dinero. I appreciate you, and I'm gone.